Welcome back, traders. Hope you all got some good eating in yesterday and enjoyed some time with family.
Absolutely.
Today's shortened trading hours, they really allowed for one last sneaky extension of this week's, well, pretty one-sided rally.
Oh, for sure.
It's leaving SPY and small caps knocking on all-time high doors. And all of this is happening amid a dollar that's dipping, even though it's still technically in an uptrend.
Right, which we'll get into.
Metals also turned heads. Silver's triangle escape was something else, but I'm really zeroed in on real estate. The way it's respecting that weekly pattern makes it the wild card for next week.
That's the one to watch.
You're tuned into the Stock Market Summary series, and as you guys know, none of this is, buying or selling advice.
Yeah.
We're just here to provide market commentary and education, so nothing we say here is financial advice. Okay, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
So, this Black Friday bounce, it really just confirmed the week's momentum. It kept rolling purely on technicals.
Yep, very little news to drive it.
SPY and the Dow put in solid gains, but the NASDAQ, the QQQ, led the charge up, 0.81%?
But the real star, I think, was IWM.
The small caps, right. The
Yeah.
Russell 2000 climbed about 0.5% and is now, like we've been saying, just a spit away from records.
And the macro fuel here is fascinating. It's the U.S. dollar. It kept easing off its highs.
The perfect ingredient for an equity rally.
Exactly. It's that inverse dance.
Yeah.
But we have to be really precise here on the charts. The dollar is still technically just nursing a bull pullback. The overall uptrend is very much intact.
Okay, so wait a minute. If the dollar is still in an overall uptrend, doesn't that make this whole equity surge really vulnerable?
Extremely.
I mean, it seems less like sustainable confidence and more like a volume-depleted sprint on a holiday week. We had no major economic prints today to shake that Fed cut vibe we talked about last week.
Absolutely. And you can see that tension playing out perfectly in the sector charts. Let's zero in on the financials. On XLF, they wrapped up a powerhouse week by rallying exactly to a major overhead resistance trend line. It hit it, and then it fell back intraday.
So that's the big question for next week, right? Can it break above?
That's the question you have to ask. If XLF powers through, we're probably targeting the mid-October highs. But if the bears defend this level, you could be looking at a potential triple top forming.
Which makes the real estate sector, XLRE, our ultimate wild card. It had a strong week, sure, lifted by those rate cut hopes.
Lots of technicals.
But the technicals are critical. It is still perfectly inside its weekly chart symmetrical triangle. It is just showing incredible pattern respect, coiling up so tightly.
And that coiling has massive implications. A break to the downside could signal a flight to havens, a breakup, definitive confidence.
And understanding how to spot these setups.
It's everything. That trendline tango in XLF or the triangle standoff in XLRE,
Yeah.
I mean, that's how you develop a real trading edge. It's actually exactly what we drill down on in the Grok Trade Mentorship program. Pattern drills, ironclad risk rules, finding these high probability setups.
As always, guys, if you've got a stock you're watching or a question about the markets, drop it in the comments. We might just cover it in an upcoming episode.
We'd love to see it.
And by the way, if you're enjoying this video and appreciate these market summaries, do us a big favor and hit that like button. It's totally free and helps us out in a big way. And click subscribe, too, so you don't miss a beat. You can always unsubscribe later.
For sure.
Okay, now here's where we saw the real fireworks. Metals. GLD, so gold, climbed about 1.25%, but silver, SLV,
Just exploded.
it rocketed up 5.8%.
Yeah, and that silver move, it's not just a number. It launched clean out of its symmetrical triangle with some serious conviction.
Right.
When you connect that to the dollar's dip, it signals one of two things. Either genuine rotation into metals as a hedge or just temporary relief. That conviction, though, that warrants close attention.
And really quick on crypto, Bitcoin cooled off just a bit, down maybe 0.2%.
Yep, just pausing to digest after flipping that $80,000 exhaustion ledge we mentioned last week. Buyers are just catching their breath.
So our final takeaway here is that today's moves show this holiday sprint definitely has legs into December, but those major resistance points are looming.
XLF, XLRE. We're entering a phase of maximum tension right at these levels.
So what's your call on silver's surge? Is it a sustained rotation into havens or just a holiday sugar high from the dollar's dip?
That's the million-dollar question for next week.
Wish you all a great weekend. Stay safe and tune in next week as we continue to cover the markets and these developments we've mentioned.